Okay, so last year I did a video about horror movie characters I could survive. So I figured, hey, September, basically Halloween. So I'm just going to do the same thing again, but this time instead of horror movies, I'm going to do it for the game Dead by Daylight, which for those of you who don't know is an online multiplayer game in which 4 survivors have to complete 5 generators and open the gates in order to escape the killer. So, same rules as last time. Each killer gets a score out of 1 to 10. 1 I'm winning, 10 I'm losing. And another important note, this isn't as if I'm going up against the killers like in game. It's more of like they showed up in the real world and I had access to various tools that I would have access to, in the real world. Okay, let's get started. So, first up, we have the Trapper. So, on one hand, Trapper's just a normal human, but at the same time, he's also like way stronger than me because I'm not very strong. And I'm also pretty confident one bullet would not put him down. It would probably take multiple at least. So I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Also, I'm very likely to step in one of his bear traps because I'm not very observant, like, at all. Next up is the Wraith, and taking his lore into consideration, he's one of the few killers in game that wasn't a killer, like, in life before he joined the Entity's realm. So maybe he won't kill me, but if he is in a killing mood, I mean he can turn invisible. So it's like a 7 out of 10. I'm probably not gonna win that if I have to fight him. Okay, so next is the Hillbilly or just Billy. Um, I'm definitely not outrunning him, and I don't think anything can really stop him. So 9 out of 10. So the nurse is the strongest killer in the game, and she can teleport. So 10 out of 10? Like, I can't do anything here. So I'll admit something here. I've never watched a Halloween movie before, but from what I do know, Michael Myers is basically like unstoppable, and can't be killed, and just is really good at killing people. So I'm thinking a 10 out of 10. Okay, so next up is Hag, and like, this is one of the easiest killers for me to beat. Like, yeah, sure, she can teleport, and she's probably faster than me, but at the same time, she's built like a toothpick, right? I can run her over with, I don't know, a 2014 Honda Pilot, and she's going down. So I'm thinking like a 3 out of 10. Doctor is literally a war criminal who, like, he tortured people for the CIA for several years. Um, like that's a 10 out of 10. I can't do anything against that. So Huntress canonically killed an entire platoon of trained soldiers. So yeah, that's another 10 out of 10. Like if they didn't have a chance, I don't have a chance. So I talked about Leatherface last time as well. Except here, he doesn't have his family to influence him at all. So that's nice, which gives me, I think, a better chance. Like, yeah, sure, if he wants to kill me, it won't be very hard for him. But I think maybe he can be reasoned with. So I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. I've also never watched any of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, so my knowledge of Freddy is very limited. But, like, I didn't go to the very specific preschool where he worked or whatever. So, I mean, I like my odds. I don't think I ever did anything to him, so I don't see a reason why he would come after me. But if he decided to, like, I'm not beating him in the dream world, and I kind of need my sleep. So, like a 7 out of 10, I think. So, I've also never seen a Saw movie. So, with Pig, like, I, I haven't given them a reason to put me in any sort of deadly trap, but also I'm pretty sure all those traps have a way you can escape from them. So, I mean, I don't know, like a 6 out of 10. I mean, the trap is going to be the hard part to survive. Okay, Clown is like super clumsy, pretty slow, and just a dude. So, like, I mean, sure, he can throw his little bottles at me and slow me down or whatever, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I can probably outrun him without that. And also, like, I don't know. I think a gun tends to solve this problem. So, 4 out of 10. Spirit is another complicated situation because, on one hand, she never killed anyone like when she was alive. On the other hand, she's one of the strongest killers in game. So like I don't know, maybe I could try to reason with her. I'm not her dad, so I don't know why she would want to kill me. I don't know. But if she does want to kill me, I'm probably dead. So 7 out of 10. Legion is kind of a difficult one to decide how this would work because like there are four of them, and if all four of them come at me at once, I'm cooked. But like if I can only fight one or two at a time and I have a gun, I think I'm winning. Cause like what are four Canadian teens attacking individually gonna do against a gun? But yeah, if they're all coming at me at once, yeah. So 4 out of 10. Next up is Plague, and I mean like I don't think she's that dangerous. She's just kind of a weirdly tall woman, but like the diseases she carries and probably also the acidic vomit are both pretty dangerous. So I'm giving her like a 7 out of 10. She's probably not going to be the one to kill me, but the diseases most likely are. So I also talked about Ghostface last time, but that was the version of Ghostface from Scream. The Dead by Daylight version's very different because instead of this version being a few dumb teens, instead Ghostface is like an actual serial killer who like leaves clues and wants to get caught. It's a whole thing. But like he knows what he's doing, so I'm gonna give him like an 8 out of 10. Okay, so Demogorgon is gonna be a tough one. Like I have a better chance against it than like, I don't know, a xenomorph. But at the same time, like my name ain't Steve, so I don't know. I don't have very good odds here, so I'm giving this like a 9 out of 10. Oni is big, strong, fast, and has killed a lot of people. 10 out of 10. Okay, Deathslinger. So like he has an injured leg, his jaw is broken, and he's an old man. On the other hand, gun. So 6 out of 10. All right, time to talk about my main, Pyramid Head. Um, I'm not dumb enough to go to the town of Silent Hill, and my name is not James Sunderland. 0 out of 10. I'm not outrunning Blight, and he's got that serum, so like I don't think a weapon's gonna do anything against him. 10 out of 10, easy. Okay, so twins are up next, and I can literally just punt Victor, and Charlotte's just a French peasant, so like 2 out of 10. Trickster is just a dude who is good at throwing knives and is like reasonably fit, so like 4 out of 10. Okay, so Nemesis. His whole thing is that he exists to kill Special Forces members. So, like, I'm not in stars, but at the same time, I'd probably find a way to get in his way somehow. So, 10 out of 10. Okay, I really know nothing about Pinhead, like, outside of his in-game lore. But, I will say this, I'm most likely too stupid to solve his little box. But if I somehow manage to do that, I am absolutely dead. So, 7 out of 10. So, Artist is another killer that didn't, like, kill anyone when she was alive. But at the same time, like, I'm deathly afraid of birds. So, 10 out of 10. Okay, so, like, I did talk about The Ring last time, but technically this is different because it's not Samara from The Ring, it's Sadako from Ringu, which is the original Japanese movie that The Ring is based off of. And that's a whole thing that I'm not getting into right now. But there doesn't seem to be any like major differences in terms of like her powers or anything. So I don't know. 10 out of 10 if I watch the tape, 0 out of 10 if I don't. Okay, so Dredge is an Eldritch horror beyond human comprehension. What the heck can I do here other than just die? So I don't know. 10 out of 10. Wesker is like one of the easiest 10 out of 10s on this list because like his whole thing is being the peak of human evolution and I'm definitely not that. So yeah, 10 out of 10. Knight is another like massive loss for me because there are four of them, but unlike Legion, they all have armor and military training. So yeah, 9 out of 10. Okay, so Skull Merchant is like just a regular person, but she's also like way smarter than me, and she has all this like technology and stuff. So I'm thinking like an 8 out of 10. Singularity is an evil AI who wasn't programmed to harm the crew. and also learns at an impossible rate. So like, what can I do here? I think that's like a 9 out of 10. Look, I talked about Xenomorph last time, and I'm gonna say the same thing again. 10 out of 10, literally nothing I can do. It's the perfect organism. I'm not beating that. Chucky's literally a 1 out of 10. I can beat him with like fire, a gun, a good kick. Like, Chucky is so easy to beat. 1 out of 10, yeah. Unknown's whole thing is he becomes a threat the more you know about him. And like, I do like conspiracy theories and cryptids and all that stuff, so like, I'm at more risk than the average person. But even then, I'm not that motivated. So like, 2 out of 10. Okay, so like, yeah, I'm definitely not beating Vecna because like his whole thing is being one of the most powerful sorcerers ever. So like, yeah, 10 out of 10. And finally, we have Dracula. So I've never played a Castlevania game, but I did watch a good chunk of the Netflix show in order to get ready for, the chapter coming out and everything. So, I'm not beating Dracula. If a professional vampire hunter, someone with magic, and an actual half vampire, he couldn't beat him, what chance does a regular guy like me have against him? So, yeah, Dracula's a 10 out of 10. So, yeah, every Dead by Daylight killer that I could beat in a fight. Not a lot of them. Go figure. Hit subscribe. Thank you to those of you who already are for just helping the channel grow. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't have a Patreon. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.